But what does Genesis tell us about women? What does Genesis tell us about women? Let's take a look. First of all, I want you to see something that I discovered, and it's probably been 6-8 months ago. When I was looking up the words in Genesis 2 for men and women, I saw the word meanings, and they were fascinating, and they reveal what a woman is. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So the word man, not Adam, but when God says that He made the man and then He made the woman, man is ish. Ish. It means man or male. But when you look at woman, you find a fascinating truth about women in the definition, in the word. The word for woman is isha. Isha. And the first part of that word is man. Ish is in the beginning of both of those words. And so the definition is that that word isha is the feminine form of ish. And that tells us exactly what a woman is. A woman is the feminine form of a man. The woman is a feminine form of a man. Remember, God took the man. The man is the prototype. The man is the first design. The man is the basis of humanity. And then He took from the man a part of him, showing that the woman is related to the man, and then He makes a woman. And you notice, look at women by and large. Women are smaller versions, physically, of men. The man is the template, the man is the prototype, and the woman is made from the man. She's the feminine form of a male body. Think about it. She's generally shorter, less muscle, because God, remember, made the man to work. He didn't make, we'll see in a moment, the woman doesn't find her central meaning in work. We'll see that her body is also created for procreation for children. We'll see that in a few moments here. But a woman, biblically speaking, is the feminine form of a man. Now, some of you right now just can't even believe that I would say that. That the feminism in your mind, this is probably men too, you can't believe that I would say that a woman is the female form of a man. But that's just simply a lie that you're believing, that there's something wrong with God's design if He made a woman from a man. Why is it wrong for God to do that? That's the way He said He did it. And let's look at how beautiful and powerful this is. This is not a cut down. This is not a criticism. This is not an insult for a woman. Let's look. We're going to keep looking, and we'll see here in a moment. So then, a woman. What does Genesis 2 teach us about a woman? She is not God's direct delegate on the earth. The man is God's direct delegate on the earth. The woman is not. Remember, God made the man first, gave him the authority over creation, and then made him a helper. She is not the leader and master of creation. A woman is not what the man is. Her meaning is not found primarily in work. Now, that doesn't mean that a woman cannot work, whether it's in the home. Of course, women work. But the point is that she does not find her meaning as a being, as a creature under God, in that going out and subduing pieces of God's creation that the man does. The woman finds her meaning. Now listen to this, ladies. This is not a bad thing. This is God's design, and it's beautiful. Her meaning is found in the man. Her meaning is found in the man. You say, Wes, how can you possibly say that? That is so condescending. You men, you just want to put the woman down. Well, let me show you the verse here. And let me fight against the lie that you're believing that's raising up inside your spirit right now. Look at this now. This is the Creator on the 6th day of creation. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him." So you see, the reason the woman was created was because the man needed help. The man was not in and of himself complete for the task the Creator had given him. He needed a helper, and he needed a helper that was comparable to him, a helper like him, a helper of the same kind of quality and skill and power as him, but yet different than him, a helper. Her meaning then is found in him, not in external things outside of him. What does this mean? Let me dispel a few errors here. What does it not mean? That the woman is the helper for the man. It does not mean she is his intellectual inferior. It doesn't mean that she's not as smart as him, like God made some kind of little dumb animal to trace around at the feet of the man to help him. That's not at all what it means. She is his equal intellectually, and we see this. Women are every bit as smart as men. They were made from the same template as a man. Their minds are just as capable of great and deep thought and intellectual accomplishment. All right? They just have a different role in the Creator's design. It does not mean that she is not valuable or as valuable. Women are as valuable to God as men are. Saying that she is the helper is only speaking of her role in this task that God has given man to do, to subdue, control the earth, and glorify Him in the process. That is her role, and that is where she will find her meaning. I want to show you something that, again, feminists are going to hate. But those of you who believe in the Bible, those of you who are controlled by the Spirit of God, let the Spirit tell you, women, what glorious creatures you are. Look at this here. This is powerful, powerful stuff. This is, I believe it's 1 Corinthians 11. Paul is writing. He's talking about the whole issue of head coverings. We're not going to get into that. That's really not why I'm reading this. But he's talking about the difference between men and women. He says, for a man indeed ought not to cover his head. Okay, a man shouldn't cover his head. Why, Paul? Why? Since he is the image and glory of God. So, God created the man as the template. That's the epitome, the top part of His design is the man. And so the man is the glory of God because he shows the excellency of God's direct creation, God's direct design. All right? Now, certainly the woman does that too. Don't misunderstand me. But let the verse say what it says here. The man is, but look what he says about woman. But woman, and he doesn't say the woman. He says woman, female, the female version of the man, is the glory of man. What he's saying is, when you look at a woman and you see that her design was taken from the man, and you see that her design is so amazing, so powerful, so beautiful, so skillful, so capable, what a magnificent creation that God made. And then you see that He took that design from the design of the man. You go, oh my goodness, what kind of a design is the man if the woman taken from him is so glorious? How much more glorious is the man, and how much more glorious is the Creator? The woman is the glory of man. And feminism has told you that you're not. Feminism has told you that the man wants to beat you down and take advantage of you, and you're less than. You're not. You're not. You are glorious. Glorious. What does it mean then that she is the helper? It means her meaning is found in her relationship, support of, and interaction with the man God has made for her to help. Not in becoming him or taking his place. Now that doesn't mean that every woman must be married. That doesn't mean that a woman is not fulfilling any kind of a meaningful existence if she isn't married yet, or if her husband dies and she's a widow. That's not what this means. What it means is that you were made to help this man who is incomplete without you. And notice, to my ladies and to my men who are looking for spouses, notice that when God was ready for Adam to be united with a helper, He made a helper suitable for him. He made Adam a woman specifically for Adam. And He brought that woman that He made to the man that He made, and He said, this is your helper, Adam. Not, Wes, this isn't your helper. Eve was not my helper. Some other woman, Julie or Samantha or whatever, whoever it is, it doesn't matter, is not my helper. God made a specific helper for me, and He brought this glorious pair together. Her work is not to carve out her own path and chart her own destiny, which is what women are told today from the time they're 3 weeks old, is that you don't need no man. All you need, go out there and make a way for yourself so that you don't need, provide for yourself, make your own way, chart your own course, be your own man. You don't need a man to be fulfilled. Not true. Not in the Creator's design of it. Her work is to assist the man in bringing creation under His control. It is to help the man in his work, in his calling for God. It's to support and help in that way. And also to be His assistant in populating the earth. Remember what I told you about the woman's body. If you look at the primary differences in a woman's body, the things you will notice right away are things that have to do with children. And this is what we see in God's creation. That not only does the woman find meaning in the man, but she finds meaning in having children with the man and caring for and nurturing and training those children. We can see this in her curse. Remember I said that we could see Adam's meaning, his core, why he was made, if you will, in his curse. Well, let's look at the woman and see when God curses her, what does He curse? To the woman He said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. We'll talk about that one in another session. But look at this. God goes to the woman, and what does he address? What does he curse? What does He talk about? He talks about the very core of her life and the meaning that she has. And that is in the children. You see, this is why I said that a woman's meaning is not directly tied to work. It's directly tied to the man and to the children that God gives to her and that man. Ladies, if you feel drawn tonight to care for your children, if you feel like you want to spend more time with them, you want to stay home with them, you feel drawn to that, you are not wrong to feel that way. That is because God has placed it in you to care for them, that your meaning is tied up in them.